You are now restored daylight production.
I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just get it, but I got it on the hospitals. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just get it, boy, I got it on the hospitals. I got it on the hospitals. I got it on the hospitals. Coming to the tango, coming to the tango. Although, got me coming through now. Same old Mr. Kirby, I be running through now. Y'all ain't got it popping over who is you now. Y'all have been busy, he be in the world now. So I fix it, I fix it. You know, got it, I fix it. Don't fuck with niggas that I'm racing. Nothing about like racing. Real niggas don't face it. I broke killers that space it. I drew myself that lace it. That case space to space rare. Never be a bitch, never bitch this. Never switch down no friend. I'ma keep that shit a hand dog. I'm fucked up, then I came out. Now my niggas start down. Pocket full of hand dogs. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just get it, but I got it on the hospitals. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just be coming through these windows. I just get it, boy, I got it on the hospitals. I got it on the hospitals. I got it on the hospitals. Coming through the tango. Coming through the tango.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Let me get a number one in the chat for good audio. If y'all got good audio, let me get a number one. Number one in the chat. If it's bad audio, y'all know what to do. Let me know in the chat. What's going on with y'all tonight? Got some updates, some reviews. You know, keep shoving it down your throat like I always do. Just showing you the tyranny and corruption that goes on across this country, you know? Showing you the things that we the people go through. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate those ones. Let me go through that chat real quick. Shout outs to Lake Speed, Spokane Press, Renetta Williams, Karen M, Epic Cap Watch, what's going on? I appreciate y'all. Robert Reed. Spokane Press. What's going on with y'all? I appreciate y'all. But yeah, like I was saying, just want to bring y'all the tyranny and corruption. Just shove it right in your face, down your throat. That's my only purpose. You know, people ask me, oh, well, why you don't do this? Why you don't do that? And why do you do this? Well, that's my answer right there. I do it to show you what's going on. Okay? I do it so you can know that it goes on daily, every day. Tyranny and corruption. The people you think who are saying that they're keeping you safe and protecting you, in my eyes, they're against you. I already know they're against me. They've been against me for a very long time. But shout outs to my man, Ghetto Reese. That's that joint Hondos. Y'all gotta go check him out, man, at YouTube. Ghetto Reese got a channel on YouTube, man. Ghetto Reese out of Philadelphia, PA. That's that joint Hondos. Like I said, that's Ghetto Reese. He got a channel on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to him, man. He got some nice joints. Shout outs to Annette1466. Appreciate you joining. Shout outs to everybody on the scene. So listen, man, we gonna get right into it. Things that I find. You know, you guys can find this stuff too. It's like, it's not hard at all. You can find this stuff. You know, it's not like I'm digging in a secret vault or anything. It's right in front of your faces. It's just that they like to jam you with bullshit. You know, motherfuckers jumping up and down, sticking their ass out, doing the hokey pokey, turning the fuck around type shit. They love to shove that shit in your face. So you don't get to see the real shit. You don't get to see that. So I'm going to start this one off with a brother named Daniel Pruitt. Okay. Daniel Pruitt from out of Rochester, New York. This is the brother right here. Situation went down in March of last year. He was running down the street butt naked. Don't know what the situation was. I did hear about it last year. It has resurfaced now. Has resurfaced. There's information in the local papers over there in Rochester, and it went viral. Video went viral. You know, the information spread it around. But I didn't follow it completely, so we're gonna go over it together. Simple as that. But I do remember the situation. Daniel Cruz, this gentleman right here, was running down the street butt naked. The police approached him and they handcuffed him on the ground. Okay. Might be a good idea to do that. He's already running around butt ass naked. We don't know what's up with this guy. Don't know if it's mental. Don't know if it's drug induced. We don't know what's going on. So might be a good idea to handcuff him, calm him down a little bit, find out what's going on. Okay? But it didn't add up to them finding out what was going on after they handcuffed him. They didn't investigate. They killed the man. The man is dead. It's been dead since last March. Okay? That's Daniel Pruitt. Tell you, every day, it's always something new. Well, let's go into the video, though. This is a few months ago, maybe about 5-6 months ago. This is local news following up on the case, talking about it. And this is what they had to say about it.
New calls for justice from the family of Daniel Cruz, a man who died in the custody of the Rochester Police Department back in March. The circumstances around his death are under new scrutiny.
I sympathize with the family because I too, when I saw the video, was very disturbed. I see something here, and I disagree with it, and we're going to do everything that we can to hold someone accountable.
Attorneys for Cruz's family providing CNN with edited body cam footage of the March 23rd incident that shows different angles of what happened. The video starts with police arriving on the scene after Cruz's brother called them, saying Cruz was experiencing a mental health episode. Footage shows an officer approach Cruz, who was on the street naked.
Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Behind your back. Don't move. Don't move. Chill out, man. Don't move, all right, man? Just don't move.
Cruz complies with the officer's request and is then handcuffed.
Are you Daniel? Daniel Cruz? Please let me get my money. Daniel Cruz?
Moments later, the footage shows Cruz visibly agitated for several minutes, yelling at officers and moving around on the pavement.
Jesus Christ, I'm praying, man. Let me give me the handcuffs, bro.
Then, 3 minutes after the initial encounter, police place a bag over Cruz's head, which distresses him further.
Yo, get the away from back.
He continues moving on the ground with the bag on his head, and the officers demand he lay still.
Give me the gun. Stay down. Give me the handgun. Give me the handgun.
And when he does not comply, he appears to try to stand, 3 officers get on the ground and physically restrain him and hold him to the ground.
Come on.
One officer has his knee on Pruitt's back, and the other is holding his head to the pavement while the bag remains on his head. Another officer can be seen putting his weight on Pruitt's head, who appears to be struggling to breathe. During the struggle, the officers realize Pruitt is spitting and appears to have vomited. Soon after, paramedics begin to assist.
Freezing out here. He's been out naked for 30 minutes.
Yeah, he feels pretty cold.
The EMTs instruct the officers to roll him over.
Oh, no.
After performing CPR for about 2 minutes, Pruitt is placed on a gurney and put in the ambulance. Pruitt was pronounced brain dead upon arriving at the hospital and died on March 30th. The New York Times reports the autopsy report ruled Pruitt's death a homicide caused by complications of asphyxia in the setting of a physical restraint. The report further cites excited delirium and acute intoxication by phencyclidine, or the drug PCP, were contributing factors. The New York Attorney General announcing an independent investigation has begun, promising transparency and accountability. Pruitt's family is demanding the officers involved be fired and charged with murder.
The man is defenseless, butt naked on the ground. He's cuffed up already. I mean, come on. How many more brothers gotta die for society to understand that this needs to stop?
So there you go. They added all the contributing factors of how he could have died. But they never mentioned the fucking bag over his head. Never mentioned that. Never said that that could have been a contributing factor at all. They never said that. So let's go on to the article, because there's news that's resurfaced today about this case. And very shocking news at that. So let's get into that, see what they got to say. This is in Rochester. No charges against officers involved in Daniel Pruitt's death. This is by Michael Hill and Carolyn Thompson of Associated Press. And this was printed on February 24th, 2021. Police officers put a hood over the head of a mentally distraught black man, then pressed his body against the pavement until he stopped breathing, will not face criminal charges after a grand jury declined to indict them, New York's Attorney General announced Tuesday. Daniel Pruitt, 41, died last March, several days after his encounter with police in Rochester, New York. Police initially described his death as a drug overdose. It went mostly unnoticed, but nightly protests erupted after body camera video was released nearly 6 months later following pressure from Pruitt's family. Okay? Attorney General Letitia James, whose office took over the investigation, said her office had presented the strongest case possible to the grand jury, but couldn't persuade it that the officers had committed a crime. Same old story. Never can find the officers wrong. This is what goes on. It's the thing, and it's real in 2021. I know that the Pruitt family, the Rochester community, and communities across the country will rightfully be disappointed by this outcome, said James, who traveled to Rochester to announce the grand jury's decision at a church near where Pruitt was fatally injured. She said she was bound to respect the grand jury's decision, but also condemned a system that she said had frustrated efforts to hold law enforcement officers accountable for the unjustified killing of African Americans. What binds these cases is a tragic loss of life in circumstances in which the death could have been avoided, said James, who, like the mayor of Rochester and the city's current and former police chiefs, is black. Okay? You got a whole black situation going on here in Rochester. And what's going on is just like in most cities, even if you got a black mayor, black police chief. You still got white officers that are distributing tyranny and corruption on the scene. And on the scene is on the streets. Okay? So, in my eyes, fuck them. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you talk all this, yeah, I'm for the minority and this and that. I'm going to do this and that. You're still in with them people. You have people on your team employed that distributes tyranny and corruption day after day. One recognizes the influence of race, from the slave codes to Jim Crow, to lynching, to the war on crime, to the over-incarceration of people of color, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Daniel Pruitt. Lawyers for the 7 police officers suspended over Cruz's death has said the officers were strictly following their training that night, employing a restraining technique known as segmenting. They claim Cruz's use of PCP, which caused irrational behavior, was the root cause of his death. Okay. Not at one time did I notice the man's arms was free. Not one time I noticed his arms were free, okay? Not only that, he was butt-ass naked. Booty ball naked on the ground, on the wet-ass ground. It looked like it was snowing out there, a little snow. The fuck is he gonna do? So, I wouldn't give a fuck if he got up, jumped up and down, and spent the round. What kind of danger is he towards those 4 police officers who ended up killing him? I don't see the danger. Calls were made to the officer's attorney. Matthew Rich, who represents 4 officers, said, "We're still taking it in," and that the attorneys will speak to the press later. Hundreds of protesters gathered Tuesday evening on the street where Pruitt was detained. This was on March 23rd. The video of Pruitt's fatal encounter with officers was initially withheld by police in part because of concerns it would inflame street demonstrations occurring nationwide over George Floyd's death. This was March. This is like 2 months before George Floyd. Okay? This is how they keep. I know all of y'all don't know about this situation. Y'all may have heard about it, but it went over most of our heads. This is why I bring this to y'all. Some people may say, "Oh, this is old news. I heard about it." Y'all gotta understand, old news resurfaces. Okay, the situation is this: they fucking suspended the charges against these cops. They killed a butt-ass naked man handcuffed on the wet-ass ground. I don't get it. Ultimately, released September 4th, it showed officers placing a mesh bag over Pruitt's head to stop him from spitting after they detained him for running naked through the streets. Now, I didn't see him spitting at all. Didn't see him spitting at all. Mesh bag, you pretty much could breathe through that. But you already got the man handcuffed. He was already running down the street butt ass naked. That takes a whole bunch of heart. So you know his heart is pumping out his chest just from that right there. And whatever situation they got him doing that, whether it's mental illness, drug induced, whatever it is, he's already excited like a motherfucker, okay? So y'all handcuff him. Now let's add a little extra excitement on top of that. And then y'all want to throw a bag on his head. Yeah, he might could breathe, but with all the excitement that he done went through, y'all ain't make it better. Y'all done put a bag on his head. Now he paranoid. And then y'all do what y'all do and he died. They don't say that. All that shit they did, as far as putting the bag on his head and everything they did after that, that was uncalled for. Shame on you, black leaders of Rochester. Shame on you for having this shit go on. It's the resistance, man. Pruitt had been evaluated at a hospital for odd behavior a day earlier, but he wasn't admitted. His family called police because they were concerned about Pruitt's safety after he bolted from the house. One officer pushed Cruz's face against the ground while another officer pressed a knee to his back. The officers held him down for about 2 minutes until he fell unconscious. He was taken off life support a week later. Oh, okay. The system failed Daniel Pruitt again. Pruitt family lawyer Elliot Shields said of the grand jury's decision. It failed him on March 22nd when he was released from the hospital, and it failed him on the night of March 23rd when the police used deadly force against him, and it failed him again today. Shields said Pruitt's brother, Joe Pruitt, was heartbroken. So y'all can go check this out over at Associated Press. It's by Michael Hill, Carolyn Thompson. Bam. Just do that up in your face, man. All right. I'm going to put the link up there just in case somebody want to talk about it. You know, it's the same old thing all over the country. It's redundant. So you know what? I'm going to keep making it redundant, and I'm going to keep exposing it until motherfuckers really dig what's going on. Right? And try to come to a reason on what we going to do about this shit. I'm doing my part. I'm showing it to y'all. May not be enough for some people. Okay, I understand, but I'm doing my part. All right, I goes out there. I've hit those streets and shows y'all the tyranny and corruption up close and personal with these fucking cops. They fucking crazy. These cops are fucking crazy. Okay. Shout out to my man Ghetto Reese, man. It's that joint Hondos.
Real niggas don't say shit. I broke killers just spray shit. Do myself that lace shit. That case space to space rare. Never be a bitch, never bitch this. Never switch down no friend, I'ma keep that shit a Hondo. I'm fucked up, then I came out. Now my niggas start down. Pocket full of Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just get it when I got it on the box. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just get it, boy, I got it on the Hondos. I got it on the Hondos. I got it on the Hondos. Coming through these Hondos. Coming through these Hondos.
Shout out to Underground Auditor. What up, bro?
Wait. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just get it, but I got it on the box. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just be coming through these Hondos. I just get it, boy, I got it on the Hondos. I got it on the Hondos. I got it on the Hondos. Coming through these Hondos. Coming through these Hondos. Hondos, I be coming through now. Same old Mr. Kirby, I be running through now. Y'all ain't got it popping over who's you now. All I been is busy, it be in the world now. So I fix it, I fix it. I don't got that fix it. I'm gonna fuck with niggas that I'm free.
That's the boy Ghetto Reese from out of Philly. Go check him out. He got a channel on YouTube. And listen, man, I don't mind promoting anybody's music as long as it's hot. I got a limited situation going on when it comes to hip hop. I don't even deal with hip hop like that because of how it's transcended to what it is today. So I reverted back to R&B. But I like little hip hop that, you know, folks come out with. So that's my man from out of Philly. So, you know, I like that joint and I'm playing it. He's on YouTube. He got a channel. So here's the deal. If y'all tired of hearing me playing the same thing, y'all got somebody y'all want me to promote, just make sure I won't get striked by playing this music. All right? Make sure I don't get a copyright strike. Send it to me. I'm going to check it out, whether it's on YouTube, whatever platform. All right? I'll do a test run, throw it up on there. If I get hit, I won't play it. But if I get hit, if I don't get hit, it get played. So y'all got some people who got some hot music, send it to my email, man. It's down there on the ticket tape. Eyezonbluebloodz@gmail.com. EYEZONBLUEBLOODZ. But hey, listen, let's what we going to do? Let's get into the dickhead of the day. Let's get into this dude out of Texas, man. This dude's crazy.
Do what? I haven't done anything. Put your fucking car in here. Get all your fucking car in here. Then I'll fucking kill you. I didn't. Yes, you fucking did. Do that fucking shit again. I've been around. Do what? I haven't done anything. Put your fucking car in here. Get all your fucking car in here. Then I'll fucking kill you. I didn't. Yes, you fucking did. Do that fucking shit again. I've been around you. No, do that fucking shit again. I'll fucking kill you. He was right in front of me. I had to stop. You fucking stop. I did. Sorry, shit. The cop in front stopped at his house. Right in front of me. I didn't do anything. Fucking stop. I did. Damn. Do what? I haven't done anything. Put your fucking car in me. Get all your fucking car in me, and I'll fucking kill you. I didn't. It's your fucking.
I have no fucking idea what's going on, but this fucking cop is crazy.
Hey, do that fucking shit again. I've been around you. No, do that fucking shit again. I'll fucking kill you. He was right.
Did you hear that? He said, do that shit again. I'll fucking kill you.
I'll fucking kill you. He was right in front of me. I had to stop. I'll fucking kill you. He was right in front of me. I had to stop. You fucking stop. No, do that fucking shit again. I'll fucking kill you. He was right in front of me. I had to stop. You fucking stop. I did. No, do that fucking shit again. I'll fucking kill you. He was right in front of me. I had to stop. You fucking stop. I did. Sorry, shit. The cop in front stopped at his house. Right in front of me. I didn't do anything. Fucking stop. I did.
Shout outs to Mike Jones. Mike Jones said, what he mad about? I don't know, but we about to get into it. It's a little article they got on it, bro. Shout out to Mike Jones. He always 2 steps ahead of me. But this is a cat from out of Texas. This dude is fucking crazy. He told the man he would kill him. Let's get into it. Harris County police officer caught on video pulling gun, threatening to kill driver. The Harris County Sheriff's Office is investigating a deputy after a video surfaced showing him pulling his gun and threatening to kill a motorist on Monday. George Dickerson and his co-worker merged onto the South Loop from US 59 Monday afternoon when he was caught in a funeral procession, ABC 13's Micah Hatfield reports. He attempted to pass the procession and entered the lane occupied by 2 officers on motorcycles. Dickerson said the officer in front of him slammed on the brakes, causing Dickerson and the deputy behind Dickerson to do the same. The deputy behind him then parked and pulled out his gun in the middle of the freeway. He went around the truck, stopped, and parked in front of us, Dickerson told ABC 13. I'm in the left lane in the middle of the freeway, and he gets off his bike with his gun drawn and comes at me. And as soon as I see his gun drawn, I put my hands in the air and said, I don't want any trouble. The deputy can be seen in the video with his gun drawn as he opens Dickerson's truck door while Dickerson has his hands up. I'll fucking kill you, the deputy can be heard saying in the video. Do that shit again and I'll fucking kill you. The department has not identified the deputy. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? The department has not identified the deputy. I've been searching for hours trying to figure out who this fuck bag is. I can't find him. I don't know who he is. I've been digging. The only identification we have is the visual that we seen in the video. I was terrified, Dickerson told ABC 13. I had a gun to my face. He's threatening to kill me because I stopped my truck. I didn't want to hit this guy. I stopped my truck and he is threatening to kill me because he thought I did it intentionally, I guess. Dickerson's co-worker captured the exchange on video. Video has since been posted several times on Reddit. Harris County Sheriff's Office told ABC 13 that the deputy has been placed on administrative leave. The officer wrote on Twitter that anyone with information on the incident should contact its Internal Affairs Division. As of February 23rd, Dickerson has not heard from the Sheriff's Office, according to Hatfield. What are they doing out there if they're pointing guns at regular citizens? Dickerson told ABC 13. And that's it right there. And that's, you can go over to, let me see, that's Houston and Texas news. Harris County police officer caught on video, pulling gun, threatening to kill driver. It was written by Abigail Rosenthal on February 24, 2021. That's what they doing down there in Texas, folks. That's what they doing. And they pulling their guns out on anybody. They don't care. They don't care at all. Shout outs to Sweet as Sugar. Ohio Steve 66. What's going on? Ex-bootlicker. My man. Appreciate y'all joining me in the chat. We're going to keep it moving. Let me hit this ghetto reset real quick. All right, y'all, we're going to keep it moving. Sorry for the momentarily pause. Keep this thing moving real quick. So that's the situation that happened in Texas. I'm going to follow that up, find out what's going on, because they haven't identified the officer yet. And we need to find out what's up with this dude. You know, dig into his pay, you know, what kind of infractions he's had, what kind of complaints has been put in on him in the past, because if he's pulling his fucking gun out on the freeway, come on, man. He got to go. It's the boy Ghetto Reese from out of Philadelphia. This joint is called Hundos.
I just be coming through these handles. I just be coming through these handles. How you get it, boy? I got it out of handle. I got it out of handle. I got it out of handle. Coming through these handles. Coming through these handles.
Yeah, that's Ghetto Reese. That joint hot. I like that joint. I ain't gonna front. That joint okay. But that's the boy Ghetto Reese from out of Philly. Go check him out. You know what I mean? He got some joints on there. Some nice joints. Some nice hard rock Philly joints. And, you know, that's my city, so I gotta represent. But, you know, if y'all got somebody who got some hot shit, hey, send them to me. Just make sure I don't, you know, make sure I can just play it without getting, you know, struck down by them folks. You know what I'm saying? But all right, we're about to get into it. Let me see. Get into this joint real quick. Next up, we got Victor White. I don't know if y'all heard of this dude. Victor White. Okay. I'm trying to blow this joint up, but I can't. So I'm gonna just give y'all the picture right here. And we got Victor White from out of Lynn. That's this dude right here. Out of Lynn, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen. Victor White went through some shit last year. All unwarranted. Okay? All unwarranted. And the shit that he went through was with the dickhead of the day. The person that we're talking about has been elected the dickhead of the day. Now let's get into the dickhead of the day real quick. And excuse me for taking my sweet old time. We're still in the experimental stage of this, ladies and gentlemen, so I just ask that you bear with me. I've lost a picture that I need to pick up, so give me 1 second to pull it up. Victor White was arrested last year for a situation that was unwarranted. Wasn't no reason for him to get arrested. The report was that there was, I guess it was like loud noise or whatever, disturbance call, and 2 officers, one by the name of Matthew Coppinger, who is the dickhead of the day, okay? And Matthew, let me get that back up for y'all. Here goes Matthew right here. That's your boy Matthew right there. Matthew Coppinger, okay? And this is a picture. He was presented the Medal of Valor in a ceremony at the Massachusetts State House sometime, I guess this was a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Longer than that, October 5th, 2017. This is on Lynn Police Department Facebook page. Okay. And they still have Matthew Coppinger on their page, who since has resigned. And we're going to get into the story. So, shout outs to X Bootlicker for letting me know that. Appreciate you, bro. Keith Anderson, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Not now, maybe later. I see you. Jeremiah Raber, what's going on? Okay. But anyway, let's get back to Matthew Coppinger. He's the dickhead of the day. Okay. What he did was unwarranted to Victor White. Victor White suffered badly. Shout outs to Victor White for, going through that ass whooping successfully and bringing it forth to keep dickhead Matthew Coppinger accountable. Now, since this happened, Matthew Coppinger, okay, he's resigned and he's now working with another agency. Of course, right? That's what they do. That's what they do. They hide their criminals, you know? Once the criminal comes out and exposes himself, what they do. They put him in protective custody. They put him in another situation. All right, sit behind the desk here for about 8-9 months. We'll put you back on the street, but you'll never be able to come to that department again. That's how they do. All right. So this is Matthew Cobbetcher. He received the Medal of Valor in 2017. Let's go into what he's done to Victor White. We got to talk about that. Victor White has brought this to the forefront. So this is a clip. This is an article from last year. And this is old news, by the way. I covered this, just to let y'all know. I covered this. And we won't get into all that. But I covered this when it happened, when the news surfaced, maybe about a month later. So this is a clip on article on, I'm sorry, this is a news visual on Victor White.
Says he was assaulted in his holding cell. One of the three men says he was assaulted in his holding cell here at Lynn Police Headquarters by a Lynn police officer. He now wants the surveillance video to be released, and he wants that officer to be prosecuted.
Hey, do that. Bro, are you serious?
This video of a Lynn man being arrested at his home on June 15th is only the beginning of the story. Once at Lynn Police Headquarters, Victor White says he was assaulted in his holding cell by a police officer.
Punching me, kicking me with boots on, closed fist, got ready to choke me, and when he got ready to choke me, told his partner to tase me while I'm curled up in a ball. I was not resisting. I did not assault him. I did not fight him. I didn't do anything.
Victor White says he had been hosting a housewarming at his new home on a private terrace when he was arrested for drinking in public, in addition to charges of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and assault and battery on a police officer.
I reported what was happening because I didn't feel that it was right what was going on.
Alexandros Armand works with Victor White and was at the housewarming. He too was arrested, along with a neighbor. The men say Lynn police subjected them to a rough ride in a transport vehicle to headquarters, which is less than a block away.
Right before we went to drive away, the officer turned around and said, I hope you like this, knowing I was handcuffed with no seatbelt on, and hit the gas, and that's when I came out of the seat. I hit my face on the cages and stuff.
Now the district attorney's office has dropped all charges against the men and appointed a special prosecutor, former Secretary of Public Safety Dan Bennett, to investigate the claims of excessive force.
The DA dropping charges, that's great, but at the same time, that's not what we're asking for. We're asking for this officer to be prosecuted.
So those were the arresting officers, but it got deeper than that. Okay, you see that he was arrested unconstitutionally. Okay, he violated his constitutional rights. He didn't do anything. The call was for a disturbance. When they pulled up, he was sitting on the steps. They lock him up. They have no justifiable reason to lock him up. Go through it one more time.
The beginning of the story. Once at Lynn.
Hey, do that. Bro, are you serious?
This video of a Lynn man being arrested at.
Bro, are you serious?
This video.
Hey, do that. Bro, are you serious?
This video of a Lynn man being arrested at his home on June 15th is only the beginning of the story. Once at Lynn Police Headquarters, Victor White says he was assaulted in his holding cell by a police officer.
Punching me, kicking me with boots on, closed fist, got ready to choke me, and when he got ready.
Shout out to Renetta Williams. She in the chat talking real. She said, I see your brother helped him. That's what they do. It doesn't got anything to do with color or anything when they down with that gang.
While I'm curled up in a ball. I was not resisting. I did not assault him. I did not fight him. I didn't do anything.
Victor White says he had been hosting a housewarming at his new home on a private terrace when he was arrested for drinking in public, in addition to charges of disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and assault and battery on a police officer.
I reported what was happening because I didn't feel that it was right what was going on.
Alexandros Armand works with Victor White and was at the housewarming. He too was arrested, along with a neighbor. The men say Lynn police subjected them to a rough ride in a transport vehicle to headquarters, which is less than a block away.
Right before we went to drive away, the officer turned around and said, I hope you like this, knowing I was handcuffed with no seatbelt on, and hit the gas, and that's when I came out of the seat. I hit my face on the cages and stuff.
Now, the district attorney's office has dropped all charges against the men and appointed a special prosecutor, former Secretary of Public Safety Dan Bennett, to investigate the claims of excessive force.
The DA dropping the charges, that's great, but at the same time, that's not what we're asking for. We're asking for this officer to be prosecuted.
The officer involved has resigned and has not responded to our request for comment. Police and the DA's office have not responded to our request for that video, the surveillance video from inside the holding cell. Reporting live here at Lynn Police Headquarters, Todd Kaskevich, WCBB News.
So that situation happened last year. I also covered the situation. I got up out my bed to cover the situation because I seen it popped up on the news. So I wanted to do my own coverage on it. And some interesting things folded out doing so. Let me show you this one first. Well, first of all, no, before I show you this one, let me just, not to make it one-sided. I got backstage NNML. Show your face, bro. You keep going in and out. This is the second time you came in. I need you to show your face, bro. I got a lot of people in my, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of people, but I've had some disruptions in my stream, and I don't want any more. So my requirement is for you guys to show your face. And that's just being straight up, nothing personal. But it's the second time coming in and you went out. So next time you come in, make sure you show your face for me. If you come in, when I let you in, you don't have to show your face. I just need that for verification. But just to not be one-sided of Lynn Police, okay, and just show you the Victor White situation. Let me just show you what they get into, period. All right. So this is just a random video from out of the city of Lynn, Massachusetts, that is. And somebody taking footage of a young man being arrested by the police, but also receiving a little brutality as well. Shout out to Denise Wynn. What's going on, Denise Wynn? Thank you for joining the stream. Ronald Ganley, what's going on, bro? So like I was saying, this is just another video from out of Lynn, Massachusetts. I didn't want this to be one-sided and just show you something on Victor White as if that was just an isolated situation. No, it goes down in Lynn, Massachusetts, and the police are very tyrannical. So there you go. That's how they get down in Lynn. I think this video was taken years before. This video was taken years before the situation with Victor White, okay? So this is nothing new to the city of Lynn. Let me pull that video up again and see what, let me pull this video up again and see what year this was taken. In fact, I'm gonna show it to y'all too. So this was taken July 28th. This was taken a year prior. This video was shot a year prior to Victor White's situation. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the date is July 28th, 2019. So, you know, they this is what they're into. They obviously do it regularly. This is an isolated situation right here. That's by Laura Cameron. I guess this just was a random video by her. She only has 2 subscribers, and this may be the only video on her channel. But this is just to show you how they get down in Lynn. All right. So let me see what we're going to get into next with this situation. All right. We got let me read the coverage on it. All right, so here's the coverage right here on it. We got former Lynn officer may face charges for allegedly beating man inside a police station. This was written by Thomas Grillo, Globe correspondent. This is the Boston Globe right here. Okay. Authorities are weighing criminal charges against a former Lynn police officer accused of beating a black man last summer in a holding cell at the police station. An altercation that was captured on video. Okay, they got this on video. I still haven't seen it. Hopefully they got it in this article. Like I told you, I covered the situation, and then one of the things that I spoke upon was when they were going to release that video. So I still haven't seen that video. They may be keeping it under wraps, but hopefully they have it in this article as we read on. Matthew Coppinger, 35, who resigned from the department shortly after the alleged beating in June, is scheduled to appear Thursday before clerk magistrate in Salem District Court. Now, to keep you abreast, this is Victor White. We just seen footage of Victor White being arrested, and he was arrested, I guess, for a disturbance call. Now, we already seen, he already has complaints about that arrest, but we're going into phase 2 of the situation when he went to Lynn Police Station. The case has been moving among court districts twice, with clerk magistrates in Lynn and Salem declining to take up the matter to avoid an appearance of favoritism for Coppinger, a Lynn native whose uncle, Kevin Coppinger, previously led by the Lynn Police Department and now serves as Essex County Sheriff. Okay, so he got folks on the scene. Malden District Court Assistant Clerk Magistrate Paul Burns is set to hear evidence Thursday from a special prosecutor and consider whether criminal charges should be filed. Such hearings are typically closed to the public, part of a clerk magistrate system in Massachusetts that allows some matters to be settled behind closed doors, but the Globe filed an appeal and Burns chose to make Coppinger's hearing public. But they say such hearings are typically closed to the public, part of a clerk magistrate system. That is some straight up bullshit, okay? A lot of bullshit goes down behind those closed doors. Coppinger allegedly pummeled Victor White, a 33-year-old Tufts University cook, inside a police station holding cell when White refused to take off his sanitary mask. I was curled into a ball on the floor screaming for help, White told the Globe. I heard one of the officers say that's enough. The alleged beating sparked protests in Lynn over police brutality, as well as an internal probe and a criminal investigation into Carpenter, who was white. Essex District Attorney Jonathan Blodgett appointed Daniel Bennett, the state's former secretary of the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security, as a special prosecutor and tasked him last July with leading the investigation. Carpenter could not be reached for comment. He previously told the Globe that he followed department policies and procedures during the altercation, but that Lynn police needed a scapegoat given the current environment around policing. Okay, their narrative. It's their narrative. Shout out to Peanut 411. Save the Humans. News Now Ninja. What's going on with y'all? Thank y'all for joining the stream. Okay, so we left off with their narrative. His attorney, Ken Anderson of Dorchester, said he is optimistic the hearing will result in his client's favor. Bottom line is that you shouldn't resist a police officer, Anderson said. When you put your hand in close proximity to the firearm in the pocket where the officer has a knife, you should not be surprised when they use force against you. Oh, really? Where's that scene? And I believe they're speaking about the incident that happened in the holding cell. Then police have refused to release the video of the altercation, citing an ongoing investigation. Okay, that's why I haven't found that footage yet. And I've been looking for this footage since last July. Acting Lynn Police Chief Leonard Desmarais declined to comment Wednesday. White, who is expected to testify at the hearing, said he wants justice. I want Carpenter to experience exactly what he tried to put me through, he said. A group of officers had arrested White and two friends on June 15 for drinking beer on the front stoop of White's Brightwood Terrace apartment, an arrest that one expert called questionable. He called it questionable. The officers had been responding to a noise complaint about White's housewarming party. So the man just moved to the neighborhood. He's having a housewarming party. I seen him with a cup in his hand. The officers took the men to the police station, and there, inside a holding cell, White first encountered Carpenter. White's attorney, Patrick Joya, said video footage from the police station shows Carpenter standing over White and using excessive and unwarranted force. Mr. Carpenter knows what he did. That's why he resigned, Joya said. In a police report, Carpenter called White a highly resistant prisoner who refused to remove his COVID-19 mask despite rules against masks in cells. Wow. Carpenter said when he tried to remove the mask, White struck him, grabbed onto his arm, and would not let go. Carpenter reported White was highly intoxicated and made every step of the process as difficult and lengthy as possible. Later, White was also charged with assault and battery on a police officer. All charges against White and his friends were later dropped. Carpenter filed an appeal with the state to withdraw his resignation from the Lynn Police Department, alleging he stepped down due to pressure from department officials, the mayor, and police union leadership. But the Massachusetts Civil Service Commission disagreed. Commissioner Christopher Bowman wrote in a 30-page decision that Carpenter's resignation was voluntary, not, as he alleges, a result of coercion, fraud, or duress. Commissioner Lynn Police Sergeant Timothy Donovan and Lieutenant Thomas Reddy told Carpenter in text messages that it didn't look good, according to a transcript of the Civil Service Commission hearing obtained by the Globe through a public records request. In his appeal to the commission, Carpenter provided a text message he received from Donovan, who also serves as the police union president, and wrote, "Saw the video, doesn't look good to watch. There's nothing criminal on the video, but obviously if the defense attorney gets it and leaks it, then that won't be good." And a telephone call for this, and now they bitching. This is damn bitch mode right now. In a telephone call 4 days after the incident, former Lynn Police Chief Michael Magiri told Carpenter an internal investigation was underway. Carpenter resigned days later. Okay, during the 2-day appeal hearing, Coppinger testified that he understood criminal charges against him would be dropped if he resigned. Coppinger also testified that the police union attorney told him that she had not been permitted to see the video, but in the current political climate, she did not know how he would fare and that it was her stern recommendation that he resign. But Reddy, Donovan Majeri, and former Lynn Deputy Police Chief Edward Blake each testified before the Civil Service Commission that the chief explicitly stated that regardless of whether Coppinger resigned, the investigation would be completed and the matter would be referred to the district attorney. In his appeal letter to the commission, Coppinger cited his military service, including 2 overseas tours of duty, and noted he is being treated for post-traumatic stress disorder. But listen, he never was supposed to be the fuck on the job if he's being treated for post-traumatic stress disorder. And don't nobody give a fuck about what he served. We give a fuck about you whipping that man's ass in that police station. That's the problem we got. Okay? Appreciate all y'all in the chat hanging in here with me. I must be doing something right because y'all in here listening and paying attention and everything. I see y'all in here. So, like I said earlier, I had did some coverage on the situation. And because I wanted to get some clarity on it last year when I went out there. So, I'm going to jump into that and show y'all what I did. I'm pretty sure some of y'all seen it. Some of y'all probably haven't. But some things unfolded and I ran into a little surprise.
What up, Joe?
Give me 1 second. It's the resistance, man. I'm going to bring it to y'all. This is the police station, Lynn Police Station, ladies and gentlemen. I went in there live to get some answers. This is the live video news coverage I did on Victor White at Lynn, Massachusetts police station.
video right there. I think uploading the camera. Uploading. Okay, this is on the intro drive. Try to get the car a little bit. Okay. Oh, no, I want to know. Go. Hello. Oh my. I don't need to get that. I only call if I was beating a Victor White. Oh. Oh. How you doing? Can you tell me about the beating of Victor White? You were here to inquire about the beating? Yeah, what can you tell me about it? We have to come back on Monday, Spirit Tools and Quebec DC, a special release officer. How about you though? What can you tell me? I'm not trying to say anything. Yeah. Was you here working at night? I don't recall if I was here, but I can't say anything about what's happening. Okay. Does anybody get their ass beat back there right now? No. If there was any way I could find out, like how could I be sure of that nobody's getting their ass beat right now? We have to come back on Monday, Spirit Tools and Quebec DC, a special release officer. How about you though? What can you tell me? I'm not trying to say anything. Yeah. Was you here working at night? I don't recall if I was here, but I can't say anything about what's happening. Okay. Does anybody getting their ass beat back there right now? Yeah. Nobody getting beat up right now. If I could find out, like how could I be sure of that nobody's getting their ass beat right now? Nobody getting beat up right now. Okay, and there's no way. You need more information. You have to speak to. Well, you're doing just fine. Don't worry. You're doing just fine. You're good. You're good. Well, I don't want to get too much into detail because I'm not authorized to say anything about you. I'll let you know if you get into too much detail. Don't worry about it, buddy. I know about G14 classified. What's your name? It's Jack. Oh, it's Jack. Okay. So I heard you guys, since y'all pummeled the blood out of Victor. No more. I can't say anything about what happened there. No, I'm telling you what happened. I'm telling you what happened. Since you guys, I don't need to get that. Oh, well, you can pull it up in the Boston Globe. I mean, I'm looking up on my own time, but and actually, you can get the real deal right on that computer right there, buddy. You can really pull it up right there and find out what's going on. But I'm surprised you don't know that. Okay, so what I was saying is on July 15th, you guys, and I include you because you are part of the Blue Line gang, okay? But you guys had pummeled the shit out of Victor White, okay?
Shout outs to Cops Top 3. I see you, bro. Good looking out.
Please don't discuss that matter how my photos and that. This made me look bad. No, let me tell you something. Don't put me in there. No, let me tell you something about looking bad, sir. You didn't put that uniform on every day, you make yourself look bad. But I'm
of it, incident that don't put my phone.
Okay, well, you are part of it because you're behind the desk. Okay? You're a blue blood. So I have the right to question you about it, whether you give me no answers or not. I have the right to be right here at this window to talk to you about it. Now, what I'm saying is this.
All right, I'm all done.
You want that? Hold. I need a public records request, so I need service. I need a public records request. Huh? All right, let me get it. Wait a minute. Excuse me. I need a complaint form. Hey, I need a complaint form. And also, being as though public records, they're not open, you can take my information. That's how it goes when I need a public request form. Okay? So I need you to get a pen from over there in that corner over there. I need you to write my information down. Because there's some public requests that I gotta take. I don't think it's much time. You're trying to bail out on me, bro.
That's the form. That's the pen. Lay it out.
Now I need you to take my information. Put it. Well, I need somebody over. I need to speak somebody over you because you're not giving me the service I need. I need to speak to somebody over you, sir. I'll be here. Don't you know, baby, yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Shouts to Manolo Chavanez. Manolo.
Hello? Yes, there's a black guy with a camera in your lobby. He needs service. He looks like he needs service. It's nobody there assisting him.
The officer just walked in here. He's got a camera. Yeah, he knows he's out there.
Okay, he needs service. He's out here. He needs service.
Okay, listen to me. The officer's already working with him. They'll take care of it, okay?
Okay. Hey, how you doing? All right. Is it possible I can have a word with you, sir? Why? Okay, well, first I would like to have your name and badge, please. All right, is it possible I can have a word with you, sir? Why? Okay, well, first I would like to have your name and badge, please.
Officer John Coleman.
Okay.
F-O-L-A-N.
Shouts to Peanut 411. I see you. Good looking out.
My badge number is 95.
95, great. Listen, I need somebody to take my information and forward it to the proper department for a public records request. He won't do it for me. Can you believe that? He would not do it for me. When would you be able to get somebody to do it for me? It's just a simple. I've been there and he's lost. You can't get him for me? You should be able to get him. You know, you did take an oath and I need some service. You know? Right.
Shouts to Dewey 9000. I'm going to check up on that, bro.
Yeah, I need some service. So, you know, it would be truly against you guys' oath to deny me service. And all I want is a simple public records request. I understand that the department is not open now, but you guys can take my information and forward it. Sure, no problem. Sure, could you write it down for me? Okay, you got it right there. No, this is a complaint form. I need you to get a pen and write the information down for me, please. Thanks.
Yeah, you can go off the word.
Well, no, technically, by law, you guys are supposed to write it down.
Okay, so what do you got?
Okay, so it's E as in Eddie. E as in Eddie. Y as in yellow. E as in Eddie. Z as in zebra. O as in octopus. N as in Nancy. B as in boy. Yes. L as in love. U as in umbrella. E as in elephant. B as in boy. L as in love. O as in octopus. O as in octopus. D as in David. D as in David.
D.
Yes, sir. And finally, Z as in zebra. And that's at gmail.com, sir.
Gmail?
Yes, sir. And that should read Eyezonbluebloodz.
Wait. So I'm on your phone, right?
Yes, sir.
So I got E, Y, Z. No, E-Y-E, Z. O-N-B-L-U-E-B-L-O-O-D-Z.
That's correct.
Gmail.com.
That's correct, sir. And the request that I would like is how many complaints? Give me a second. I'm going to pull that up right now. How many excessive force complaints did Officer Matt Coppinger receive in the past year? Excessive force complaints that Officer Matt Coppinger. That's correct, sir. And the request that I would like is how many complaints? Give me a second. I'm going to pull that up right now. How many excessive force complaints did Officer Matt Coppinger receive in the past year? And also his salary for his year.
Okay,
All right, about 10 days to receive that.
I have no idea.
Well, they're going to call me. You're going to forward that to that department right there, which is that desk. I know that email address is just fine for me.
Okay, so we'll do it on their desk.
Okay.
When I come in Monday, they might get back to you that day.
They might. Okay. All right, cool.
I'm not sure.
All right. I appreciate you. Thanks for helping me out. I appreciate you reprimanding the front desk guy because he was very rude.
And that reminds me, ladies and gentlemen, I never did receive that public request. So I'm going to have to get back on that. Definitely. It's the resistance, man. Like I told you, that was the footage of me going to Lynn Police Department and questioning them about the beating of Victor White. Shout out to Mitchie 450. What's up, bro? Cortez B, what's going on with you? I see y'all in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Manolo. Yeah, so that was the footage that I shot in Lynn, Massachusetts over the beating. I was questioning them over the beating of Victor White. He didn't want to give up any information. As you can see, the desk sergeant, he was a little rude. You know, I was pressing, asking him questions, and instead of him being professional, he wanted to continue to be rude with me, and he didn't want to take my information. So I kept pressing, and I got another sergeant to take my information. But while I was seeing this video, it reminded me that I didn't get that information back, and that's possible. That's an infraction right there because they're supposed to give me that information. But some more footage I got. This footage is actually a surprise. I wasn't expecting this, but we're gonna get into this one and check this out. This is before I went to the police station at Lynn. This was maybe about a half hour, 40 minutes before when I just landed in the city to get the coverage. So check this out. This is my boy Germ. This is how he feel about the Lynn police.
What up, Joe? What's going on out here with this police, man?
It's all about corruption. It's all about defunding. It's all about young fucking cops, all the cops that got picked on in high school and now they're back in the gun and think they can have some fun. Think they can use me and you, and it don't matter what race you are, and now it's fucking, I see loyalty over royalty. A good cop is a dead one, my eyes. And I was in the United States Marine Corps, I served my country. I came home and it's like, cops don't care about what race you are, all they care about is the paycheck. And all they care about is fucking using us as stepping stones to walk on. And that little fucking shit ain't happening because I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old. I got 8 years off heroin. And I did that for me. And I don't even know me for nothing.
Congratulations.
You know what? The old stuff about cops, they think they get the upper hand on because they get a badge and they got all that shit, pussy thick shit. It's like if you're a guy and you hit your girl, you're a fucking punk bitch. That don't matter what race you are. You know what I mean? I see loyalty. Or respect. I told my uncle I got more black and Puerto Rican friends than I have had white friends.
All right, my man. Hey, Joe, you stand strong, bro.
Strong. Beantown love, baby.
All right, bro.
Fucking street island ball.
My man, I'm gonna go watch these cops.
Bitches in the fight. Oh, I don't control what that word bitches are with.
Hey, you too, Cal. How you doing?
Hi, well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Louis. Let's go.
So tell me.
So, can I ask one question?
Sure.
Right now first.
So as I had just landed in the city of Lynn, and I was walking towards the Lynn police station, and I happened to bump into Senator Ed Markey, the Democratic Party. So I said, wow, who's better to ask about this than him? So I presented him the situation, and this is what went down.
Walter, there's an issue going on here in the city of Lynn. There was a guy named Victor White who was brutalized by the police officer. And the police officer has resigned, but they're refusing to release the video of actually what happened. I just wanted to know if you had any words on that or what you think.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get the information on it. We need to find out what information on it. We need to find out. I'm gonna go and get the information on it. I'm gonna go and get the information. Well, I'm gonna go and get the information on it. Let me go find out what this situation is about, and can you?
Yep, we'll connect to contact information. I'll get contact information.
You should get my contact information.
I'm gonna get the information.
Okay.
And then I'll get back to you. Okay?
All right.
Find out about it.
No problem. His name is Victor White.
Victor White.
He was arrested on June 15th. His name is Victor White. He was arrested on June 15th. The officer name, I believe his last name is Coppinger, Coppinger. He resigned, but the issue is that the police don't want to release the tape. And, his rights were violated, even with the arrest, in my opinion. But the issue right now is about why they won't release the tape, and the officer should be prosecuted as well.
Okay, so let me.
We'll connect with our office and we'll, yep.
I'm gonna do my own investigation.
We'll make sure the office.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. The resistance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be cool with you.
Have a good day.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance City of Lynn, Police Headquarters, 300 Washington Street. Now, what we have...
So that was my interview with Ed Markey, confronting him about the situation with Victor White back there. So, you read the article, ladies and gentlemen. They're on Coppinger's ass, as they should be. Fuck him. Hopefully he goes down. This is why I bring this to you. You know, I knew my work would pay off from all the hard work that I did last year by, reporting little small issues that was in the media, such as this one. And pertaining to me, I don't call it small. I don't look at it as something small, but it's broadcasted across fake media platforms as, just a situation, and it comes and it goes. Fortunately, they followed up on it on this Coppinger character, and I've been able to follow up on it as well. So I bring this stuff to you because, some news may be old, but we need to find out, how things unfolded. So brought you the situation that happened with Daniel Pruitt in Rochester, New York. He was running down the street without any clothes on, and he was apprehended by police, handcuffed, and placed on the ground. They felt as though that because he started to get up, they needed to apply so much force to kill him. Then we go into the situation in Texas where an officer opens the driver's car door and draws his gun on the highway, and he tells him he'll kill him. And then we have the Victor White situation that we just went over. These are incidents that happen more than once or twice a week. These situations happen every day across the country. Every day across the country. And like I said, my whole point is to just bring it to you. All right? So let's go into this Ghetto Reach joint one more time. Shout out to Ghetto Reach, man, out of Philly. This joint's called Hundos. Hey man, it's been another night with the Resistance, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Shout out to City Humans. Manolo Chapanez. Mitchie 450. Dewey 9000. Peanut 411. Ronald Ganley. I appreciate y'all. Cortez B. What up, bro? News Now Ninja. Cops Top 3. I see y'all in there. I'm gonna wrap this joint up, man. Come back at y'all with another new program. Y'all stay tuned, man. It's the Resistance live stream. It's the new thing that's going on. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Help this channel grow. Y'all can email me at eyezonbluebloodz@gmail.com. Anything that sounds like an S is actually a Z. That's EYZONBLUEBLOODZ@gmail.com. JKMA, what's going on? Shout outs to JKMA.
I'm fucked up, then I came out, then my nigga started down. Pocket full of hot dogs. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just get it, but I got it on the hospital. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just get it, boy, I got it on the hospital. I got it on the hospital.
Shout outs to Manolo.
I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just get it, but I got it on the hospital. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just be coming through these unloads. I just get it, boy, I got it on the hospital. I got it on the hospital. I got it on the hospital. Coming through these
Real niggas don't face it. I broke killers, never space it. Drew myself down, lace it. The case makes us pay rare. Never been bitch, never been sticks, never switched down the front door. I'm gonna keep that shit a hot dog. I'm fucked up, then I came out, and my niggas start down. Pocket full of hot dogs.
All right, y'all. I'm signing out, man. I want to thank y'all again for rocking with me, man. Stay tuned. It's always going to be more. It's the Resistance. Y'all make sure y'all come back. I'm going to take y'all out with this one, man. On the lighter side of things.
What's up, my man? What you sharpening over there, bro? What's going on, bro? I'm good.
Y'all have a good night, y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's the resistance, man. I'll be back at y'all. Y'all make sure if y'all want to hear new music by y'all favorite artists on the low, somebody who ain't came out yet, y'all send that to my email. Y'all want y'all footage of tyranny and corruption posted on this platform, y'all go ahead and send it to me. Make sure I put the credits in there and everything, send the shout outs to the right people. It's the resistance, man. It's all about exposing tyranny and corruption. I'm out.